and it's a completely amazing experience when just because of your language, how you grow and how you are respected in other countries just because you can speak their language and you learn so many things with that language.
Absolutely.
So, hello everyone. My name is Ruchi Shah, and I'm currently working as quality assurance coordinator at one of the companies, IT companies based in Pune, and they have a collaboration with a Belgian company, and I'm working for this Belgian company, and my profile there is as a quality assurance coordinator. Now, what I do as a quality assurance coordinator is that I maintain the documents, I do process related work for the company, and I am there to assure the quality of each and every process being followed. I've completed my civil engineering. I'm a graduate in civil engineering, and then I continued, and I found out that French is my passion. And then I continued my journey learning French, and today I'm in an IT world, completely 180-degree turn from my civil engineering to the French world, and I'm working as an IT professional in a company.
That's
So,
so great. Now we will be asking you a few questions that
yeah.
that will be, like useful for the learners, and I'm sure other people will be, and listen to your journey and how
Yes.
you reached at this level, and I'm sure you'll be inspiring a lot of, the enthusiast, the Francophiles, I would say. So just wanted to know, like with the very first question, what motivated you to pursue French? Like,
So I started learning French when I was in my 8th standard, and the teacher was amazing, amazing. So the thing with French teachers is that they just make you fall in love with the language.
mm,
That is the power of a teacher, and that is what motivated me to actually pursue French after my graduation. So it was just then when I started learning French, that time I just fell in love with the language. I fell in love with the monuments, the way she showed us France, the way she motivated us to learn this language basically.
mm.
And it stayed with me till the end. So I was like, no, this is what my passion is, and this is what I want to follow for the rest of my life. So that was my motivation point since the 8th standard, and luckily I was also good at the language. So when I started scoring good, I felt more confident and I wanted to learn more. So hand in hand both these things, and then one day I knew that I'm making my career in French.
What kept you motivated to reach B2 level? Because I'm sure there will be a lot of time you must have, felt that okay, now the grammar is, taking over my head. Like when you go up from A2 level or B1 level, vocabulary, grammar, it takes up a lot of, headspace, I would say. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what kept you motivated to reach B2 or C1 level?
So, to be honest, there were a lot of obstacles when I was doing this thing, when I was learning. The journey has been very long for me since the 8th standard till and after my graduation. The journey was a little long for me, but the motivation was always love for the language.
Hmm.
And as you told me that it is really difficult to learn the vocab words sometimes, to do the grammar part. I was bad at verbs. I was so bad, I just couldn't conjugate them properly.
Right.
But the thing is that the more you do it, the more it becomes easier.
Hmm.
And that is how it became easier for me for the vocab part. I just started listening to songs. I started watching French movies, which helped me a lot because the conversations that you see on screen, they really help you to understand the usage of the words. Where are these words getting used? So I started with the lower level, like A1 level movies, and then listening to simpler songs, and started humming them eventually. And the motivation was just the love for this language. The thing that got sewn into me, that it just kept on going till the end. And once you have that motivation, you just don't stop somewhere, like you are there. And as I was telling you that there were many obstacles. So when I was pursuing my graduation, that time it became very difficult for me to juggle between my B1 B2 classes and doing my engineering together. So I
Hmm.
had to take a big break of around 3.5 years. After that, I continued my B1 level, and then I shifted to Pune for my further level. So I came here in Pune for doing B2 level and eventually doing the C1 level as well.
Amazing.
So yeah, that way the journey was very long. But to keep this motivation alive, you just need that kind of passion for the language and that kind of motivation from within. Yeah, that I love this language and I want to do it. I just want to do it.
Absolutely. And also, Ruchi, one more thing, because I have felt that after talking to a lot of people, a lot of my students, people usually stop, making progress in the language, or maybe, they lose their motivation when they don't get some, like good opportunity, or maybe they are not having enough options around them, okay, where they can move in now with the language. They have a B1 or B2 level certification, but they are like stuck, because I can see on LinkedIn also there are a lot of job postings, and I can see that people are actually commenting. There are like for one job posting there are like more than 500 comments that that shows the people are interested to apply, and
Yeah.
people are like actually looking for the job. People are actually not having the enough idea, you know after completing B1 B2 level, where they can go actually.
Okay.
Because I can see a lot of comments on LinkedIn posts where the job posting is, like out, where somebody rolled out a job posting, and I can see a lot of comments on there. So is it like people are not having enough opportunities with the language, or is it that people are not going in the right direction to find a good opportunity?
So that might happen. That surely might happen once you have the B1 level certification. You are lost. Like, okay, I have the B1 certification, but what do I do next? Do I go into teaching? Do I go into the corporate world? Do I go into the embassy? So it happens a lot that people are really searching here and there for the job. But what I feel is you have to look for the jobs where your education aligns with it. If not your education, your interests align.
Hmm.
So if, for example, there's a job posting, like, there are enough jobs, okay? So I want to say that there are enough jobs with the French world. So if you just go on the global level or just on the Indian national level, you will see that there are jobs available for the embassy. There are so many job postings that you can work in the French embassy. You can work as a French translator. There are so many projects that are coming up and will always be going on with the big companies where they are looking for translators. Then there are job openings for interpreters. There are job openings for the cultural. Now there might be some people within us who are really creative and they want to work in the cultural section. So in the Alliance Française also there are so many jobs available for the cultural side, because they keep on conducting different activities. So cultural posting, teaching. So there are n number of opportunities with the job.
Hmm.
Now, as a person, when I've completed my language, first I can check that is my education allowing me align what I want to do with the job posting? Is it aligning it with it? And is my French helping it to boost the pay scale that I'm getting?
Hmm.
Just to give you an idea, a single graduate would get such like 50% or 500 rupees, but a person with French plus the graduation would definitely get 75 rupees. So that is like 575 rupees. So that is something which is true and which has happened with me also. As a graduate, as a civil graduate, I was, earning maybe a sum. But when I switched my career as a French graduate and working in the French company, I am definitely earning more than what my current civil graduate friends are earning. So
Hmm.
that's a very big difference. There's a very big leap when you are doing this. And
Absolutely.
for the people who want to really, look out for jobs, check what are your interests, what is it aligning with, and how is it going to help you like add on advantage with the French language. So
Hmm.
these are some things that you should consider. Again, also consider your interest, where do they take you, and eventually you'll find the right job.
I got
So
it. So you're suggesting that along with the language, if the person is having another one more skill set, or maybe some skill set, or maybe some like a educational background apart
yeah,
from the language, and
yeah,
combining those two will be giving a boost in their career, right?
yeah, that would give you the best career opportunity.
And how did you transition into a career as a French analyst? Like,
Yeah. So, to talk about my professional journey, I started as a teacher. I was a teacher for quite a few years. I was teaching at a few institutes here in Pune before I landed my IT job. So it was during the Corona period that the sector was not, it was during that initial phase of Corona when things started going a little here and there. And then finally, I found out one job posting where the requirements were the person should know the French language, plus he should be a graduate, and there were a few other requirements with it. But I was not very good at the other requirements, but I was good at my French, and I knew that I'm a graduate and I have these and these skill sets. I applied for the job in that IT company, and eventually I just got selected because and on based on my French language. And after that, they gave me a lot of trainings to improve my other skill sets. So I'm working in this company since 5 years now. I'm with this company for 5 years because I have seen myself grow from zero to, I don't know, 70. I started as a mere simple technical person who is doing something on the ERP. So the Belgian client, they have their ERP software. So I was working on that ERP. I was helping them resolve. I was doing the initial troubleshooting. And then I also transitioned in my job profile. I grew as a product owner for the LMS platform. That's the learning management system. That's that LMS platform. And I also grew as an ambassador for EI. So EI is basically emotional intelligence. I got an opportunity in the company. So the Belgian company, they gave me opportunity to grow as an emotional intelligence ambassador here in India. And right now I am working as a quality assurance coordinator. And during this period, I also got an opportunity from my Belgian company to go and visit there. I was in Belgium for about 1.5 months. I was getting trainings. They taught me a lot of new things, and it's a completely amazing experience when just because of your language, how you grow and how you are respected in other countries just because you can speak their language, and you learn so many things with that language.
Absolutely.
That's an amazing journey and amazing experience altogether.
Amazing. That's really nice to know. And what kind of like roles and responsibilities does a French analyst have? Maybe somebody who is like aspiring to be a French analyst in any company, like corporate. So what are the roles and responsibilities that the person will have with the language?
Yeah. So now I will just clarify something, that French analyst is used widely all over India, okay? But the term French analyst is used differently in each and every company. So, for my profile, I was a French analyst, but I was working as a troubleshooting person. So, I was the first level of troubleshooting. So, now imagine that you have an ERP software and there are problems that you face on that ERP software. So, I started as being the first person to troubleshoot. So, I would look for the problem, from where did it come, and I would try to resolve it. So that is where it started from, but then eventually you grow in your job profile. So now French analyst in the corporate world, it is also used for people who have done BCom and they are working as AP/AR analyst, like accounts payable, the people who come from the commerce background. They also use this term as a French analyst. And French analyst can also be used in other sectors where you are making blogs and content for French companies. So this term is vividly used, like it's widely used in India. So it depends on the company and the profile that they are offering you.
Right.
But voila.
Yours was mainly for troubleshooting and
Yeah. So it started with that part. It started with the troubleshooting part.
currently it is like changed completely or like
It is
evolved.
changed completely. I've moved out from that department. I've come into a delivery department. So in this department, I work as a quality assurance coordinator. Now, my job as a quality assurance coordinator is that this company has launched a new product. And for this product, I need to see whether each and every process is being followed. Now, imagine that for this product, they need a process for answering to the service desk. They might get questions. Now, what is the process to answer to the service desk? So then there needs to be a defined procedure of how to do things. And I oversee that if these things are being followed, if each and every department has their own procedure, and if they don't have, I have to create a procedure for them. I have to create a process for them. And if it gets followed, if it is not getting followed, what are the blockages area? And then I have to discuss it with my team, and we have to go past.
So, Ruchi, another question that I have is, can you share any like real world examples where like knowing French has made a like a difference in your job?
As I told you, like, consider me as a person who has no educational background. Just based on my French language, I could transition from uh, mere support person who has just learned a few things about the ERP software, and to an extent where I become a coordinator, where I get into the quality assurance thing and everything. So real world example is that you can just take your language and grow with it to an extent that you can't even imagine. Like, if I talk about my team, the team that I'm working with, all of them, they come from different backgrounds. All of them, they have some of them, they have arts, have commerce, they have different backgrounds altogether, but
Mhm.
all of them, they come together just, and they just connect just because of French language.
Mm,
So French language will definitely take you places where you never imagined you could go. So
absolutely, that's true. That's true.
yeah,
Acha, have you faced any challenges like using French professionally, in your job?
challenges there on each and every step.
Absolutely.
Just to have that courage to get into the IT world without knowing anything, that was the biggest challenge. Okay, I have worked as a civil engineer and I worked as a teacher, and now I'm getting into the IT world. That was the biggest challenge, because knowing or learning technical things was again something that I've never done.
Right.
So getting out of the comfort zone, but you need that dedication also. You can get into this world, but if you lose your motivation, dedication, it might crumble down. But just keep on enduring that thing. You keep on learning, you keep on growing. And when you talk about the French world, there is a lot of competition also now,
Mm,
because you see, um, French is booming as a language in India.
absolutely.
It is in trend. Everyone now, you'll see every second or third person learning French,
Mm,
because there is a lot of potential in this language. There is a lot of there are a lot of doors that this language opens up. When I talk about challenges, first is your competition. Second is the courage to get into the other domain,
mm,
courage to following through and getting into that domain, working in that domain.